Hey guys, welcome to this video. In this video we'll be talking about nested loop. So nested loop is basically a loop inside of another loop, and it is majorly used with the for loop or the while loop. But like you know, the most popular one will always be the for loop. So let's create a quick nested loop so that we can see how it works. So for a nested loop, let's work with two variables, int I and j. So we are declaring two variables at the same time. Now for the first outer loop, let's create a for loop for the outer loop. Okay, so let me create a comment here. Let me call this outer loop, or let me do that in front. So let's say for. So remember, we are starting at 1. Then let's set the conditional. So as long as I is less than or equal to 3, okay, then we can do the increment. So let's do a printf that just tells us that this is the outer loop. So let's know where we are. So let's do a printf here, and let's say this is the outer loop. Yeah, let's put the number. So this is the outer loop, 1 or 2. So this is integer, then the variable name. Okay, now let's create the inner loop. You get it round? So now that we've done the outer loop, so for each iteration, one iteration of the outer loop, all the iteration of the inner loop will be done. So let's create another loop inside, and now we will use j for that. We'll say j is equal to 1, then j is, let's use 3 or 4. J is less than or equal to 4, then j plus plus. And for this, let's print out, this is the, let me just copy this. So this is the inner loop. We'll call this one the inner loop. Don't worry, you'll see what happens now. So this is the inner loop, and the variable is j. Let's put a new line character, because I know how it will look like now without the new line character. So let's put the new line character. So every printf will be on a new line. Let's put a lot of space so that we can see the difference. Then after that, let's printf. So when this loop finishes running inside, before it goes back, let's do another printing to tell you now that the outer loop is done. So this is the outer loop. Okay, let's say this is the outer loop 1 starting. Yes. So this is the outer loop 1 starting. This is the inner loop 1, outer loop 2, or 1 ending. Don't worry, you will see this is the outer loop 1 ending. So it's going to surround it. Okay, you will see it now. So but before I go, let me show you what I've done here. I created an outer loop, okay, with a printf that tells you that it is starting. Then for every iteration, so if this one iterates 1 time, it will do everything inside here. So one of the things inside here is the for loop. So this for loop is going to be iterated 4 times as long as j is not more than 5. Then when it is done, it will print out the ending of the outer loop, then go back again. So if it prints 1 here, it will go back and do 1, 2, 3, 4 inside the inner loop, then go back again. So without talking too much, let's see it in action. Good. So let me increase my terminal so you will see. So look at what has happened. It says this is the outer loop 1 starting, and then it does the iteration 4 times for the inner loop. This is the inner loop 1, 2, 3, 4. Then this is the outer loop 1 ending. Can you see? 1 loop with its own inner loop. This is the second loop with its own inner loop. So this is the third loop with its own inner loop. And that is it, because right here we said we want it to go 3 times. I is lesser than or equal to 3. So just look at the code and run it on your computer and see how it works. So guys, this is it on nested loop. I'll see you on the next one.